And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
What's up, man? What's up?
Nothing. You know what will go wrong can go wrong, and it's going to go wrong. But we're here. What's up?
Yeah, it's the same old thing. Yeah, but we're here. We're alive, and we made it.
Yes,
it's the middle of the week, everyone. It is Hump Day. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. How's everyone out there doing? I see we got a few people in the house. We got Mr. Johnny Drone Flyer himself.
Hey, Johnny.
What's good? And we got Jason. Oh, John. Hey, John, what's good, man?
John, JC's flying, TJ and Giggles.
TJ and Giggles, what's up, man?
And
TJ
and Travel Tech, what's good? How are you?
Oh, Travel and Mr. Tim Jackson.
You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to pay for that stupid service.
Yeah. What's up, Matt?
Because I cannot see anyone in the chat, so I'm gonna definitely do that right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, I can see what they're typing. I can't see their names.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you turn the extension off.
Interesting. Let's give that a shot. Turning extension, manage extension. Yeah, turn it off for now and refresh the page. Right. Let's give it a shot. What the hell? Anyway, happy Hump Day. What's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. When I say...
how are you doing though, Lawrence? Other than...
I'm okay. I woke up. My TV didn't cut on. My 50-inch TV. But that's just how some days start out. Other than that, personally, I'm fine. What's up with you, man? I'm good.
What's up? Hey, JSK, what's good, man?
Leonard, how are you, man? Hope all is well.
I see them videos, man.
Yes. Leonard's taking everyone's advice and he's putting videos out, and we highly appreciate that. Tim Jackson, good morning in Australia. How are you, man? Hope all is well.
Oh. What the hell?
Matt Bagwell, how are you, sir? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. It's early. It's the middle of the week. April 27, 2022.
Yeah.
Summer's almost here, dude.
Well, we're still waiting to see a real spring.
This is true, I know, because last night, and Johnny Drone Fly is here, because last night they said it almost dropped to the 40s.
It probably did in some areas.
It definitely did out here.
Well, I mean, outside of the city, that I know definitely probably did. Yeah.
But hope everyone's doing well, doing good, except at work. Tim Jackson says. So go ahead, man. We appreciate you listening to us while you're at work. Happy Hump Day, just because it's actually Thursday where Tim Jackson is Thursday morning. But happy Hump Day to everyone here in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, that part too.
So I'm dying to go out and fly. Herman?
Today and tomorrow is probably going to be very windy.
I know.
Friday, I don't know what it looks like. I mean, it's probably going to be a good day because I see the weather is breaking. It just, we either got rain or wind.
Yeah, it's trying. Temperamental April,
Yeah, we had a few.
They don't think Tim ever sleeps.
Few birthdays this month. But yeah, Lawrence, the what is it? The exponential with
AUVSI.
Yeah, them people. Yeah, Being that is their 50th anniversary, and they're hosting the whole, that whole big event and everything like that down there in Orlando, Florida. It started on the 25th. We were talking about that before.
Yes.
Well, apparently, remember we were talking about DJI has recently come out with the whole drone in the box thing, and we were all talking about it. But it's funny, what was the need for it? Well, apparently, Florida Power and was it and Light happens to be working with Percepto,
Right.
and I guess at the key opening, ceremony, they
Got to turn sharing on.
oh my bad, I'm sorry, excuse me, excuse me.
Go ahead, because
Yeah,
I got the
yeah.
video queued up.
That they supposedly took the stage and showed everyone the work that they're doing all over Florida with the usage of this thing. So
Okay. All right. Well, it's if you're talking
and
about the drone in the box,
well, Percepto, yeah.
yeah, okay. It's I think it's a good idea. Whether it will carry depending on the business. Like this out in the open field with an electrical fence around it, I see the purpose. Okay, right now it's launching autonomously. You can set it, not only is it waterproof, of course, it would have to be, but this is its docking station. The docking station is temperature controlled, it recharges, it downloads data, all of the things that a drone in a box should do.
Yeah, all of that like that right there.
But I like it. If I had an electrical company that needed inspection of lines and stuff like that, I would have these strategically placed throughout the territory. You know,
Ooh,
to be able to do a block of
well, I didn't see the demonstration, but I mean, you know, this is what I to understand.
Okay, well,
And I don't know how many of them they have strategically placed anywhere,
right, right.
but this is what
Well,
was said.
okay. Well, this is the Percepto drone in a box. I like it. Like I said, as far as being used in the industry, I do see it being used around major companies, large infrastructure, mining plants, all kinds of stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
where you
I
need 3D mapping, etc.
uh-huh. I didn't I didn't check out any video on the other thing with what's it called? Beta. You remember Beta? They the people who created that cargo drone that UPS and a few other people were interested in.
Mm-hmm. I
Well,
remember.
yeah, apparently they've raised 375 million to develop that said cargo drone, and what they would call is an urban air mobility cargo aircraft.
Okay, they're getting really technical here now.
Yeah.
They are getting really really technical. I just found out that my headphone had pulled out, so we need to resolve that issue tomorrow.
Yo,
Wait a minute.
your
The,
headphone pulled out.
the headset, this headset here, I pulled the wire too hard and it
Uh-huh.
decided to shit the bed.
Oh, you doing real good.
You are right though. By deactivating the that extension, that fixed the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'll have to do it the good old fashioned way.
Oh, well, whatever. But yeah, that was one
Aerial
of
landscapes. What's up?
that was a few of the things that I was looking at that I saw those and
Well, I go ahead.
no, those just a couple of drone things that I had heard about.
Well, I did see on
And I
Facebook a
saw.
young lady did make it down to AUVSI
Oh,
in the
okay.
drone pilot group. The black young lady who does
All right.
the what are those? What is that
What
called? The
was
STEM
the name?
classes.
No, but do you remember? I don't remember her name. What's her name?
It's Laquita something. No, really, that's her name, dude. Hold on, let me go to Facebook and confirm this so I don't mispronounce her name. I don't want to get it wrong in case she's watching and thinks I'm trying to be disrespectful or anything. So let me clarify this.
Well, if she's watching, I hope she
I hope
types in the
not. I
chat
hope she's not. And we'd like to have you on to interview you.
clarify that. to
All right.
clarify your
I'm going through the
your
videos.
pronunciation.
Yeah. My pronunciation sucks.
Uh,
Hold it. I got it. Laquata Juana Sumter. Let's go with Miss Sumter. Miss Sumter is down at AUVSI now. She went live a couple of times.
uh,
Um, if we got someone from Thailand, Travel Tech was
uh,
saying here in Thailand, the government starting setting up drones outside in boxes in the
okay.
forest and smoke to monitor what sets them off. We did a story a couple of weeks back, Travel Tech, on the drones that they're actually using under the forest. So that may tie in. That's interesting. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
Mendes Drone Ops, how are you, man? Bob Casey, what's
And
good?
this was
Aerial
good, man.
Landscape. Yes, please hit that like
Mhm.
button, guys. We appreciate it. Well, I wanted to mention something also
I'm
that someone
listening.
had sent me a news story. Hey, Hal, Zigzag, what's good? Someone had sent me a news article about the United States military. I won't say which branch, but they are doing their first testing. And now, this
Mhm.
is how you have to watch what news you get. Hey, Scott, Jackrabbit, you have to watch the news that you get. And what
Mhm.
I mean by that is someone sent me an article saying that the
Back
Army was
rubber.
doing it with the
Mhm.
Army. Well, I just said I was going to say the branch, but I just did. The
Okay.
Army is doing testing on swarms of drones. And they're
Uh-huh.
doing their first test with, guess how many drones?
How many?
30.
Okay.
Now, here's where I have a problem with this because
Mhm.
I've already seen
Right, right.
United States military jets
Mhm.
dropping hundreds and hundreds of swarms and doing tests.
Mhm.
So how is the Army? I guess that's their way of letting us know that they're testing out swarm drones or drone swarms.
Mhm.
That's their way of trickling it down to us, so we're not too surprised that they're actually using hundreds and hundreds. But I just thought I'd bring that story up that they just made it known they are doing the testing of 30 swarm drones. They're all
Mhm.
supposed to be interactive and
Mhm.
connected, and they're supposed to achieve a certain mission. But I've also seen jets do that with hundreds of drones
Uh-huh.
at thousands of feet. So I don't know which is which and what they're trying to leak out to us or whatever, but I thought I'd bring it up.
Okay. You know, that is the best way to institutionalize anyone to something is to
Ah, you see where I was going with that.
feed it to them every day, and and it
In
becomes
small
normal.
amounts.
It becomes normal, whether no matter what it is.
Right.
Whether if you got to get to work and punch that clock by a certain
Mm-hmm.
time, or you
Mm-hmm.
over there, you know.
That pre-programming they call it.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's doing well out there in the
Uh,
chat. Well, what'd you say?
no, but I'm just saying it's just common. And I mean, hey, I mean, and later on in the you know, in the order, you'll see that that's exactly what they're doing to make
Hey, Gary.
to get people comfortable with certain things too. But you'll see. But you remember what was it last week? You had mentioned that thing you were talking about. Well, I shouldn't say last week, but Sunday. You mentioned was it Swoop Arrow, and when they were in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, now they're expanding their medical drone delivery
Mm-hmm.
in Mozambique. In
Okay.
Right, it's in a healthcare trial. So they're based out of I believe they're Australian based
Jody.
logistics specialists, UAV logistics specialists.
Okay.
Yeah, Swoop Arrow. There supposedly they will begin the expanding of their range and frequency of its drone delivery for medical supplies in Mozambique as part of the nation's ongoing healthcare improvement and disease control.
Well, I wanted to mention that if it wasn't for some of these drone companies like Zipline and Swoop and Wing,
Right.
a lot of places around the world would not be getting half as much as medicine um as they would anywhere else.
Right,
You
because
understand what I'm saying?
you're right because like some of these stories you mentioned, like even Zipline, the fact that they're able to get these things and help create hospitals and well, I wouldn't say a big hospital, but some of them are like small satellites, so they can get to people in deprived areas, due to location of multiple transportation to get to these locations. So with them being able to set up these hubs to be able to get medical supplies to areas that it would take longer to get it to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's some of the things that, and it's developing more and more and reaching more and more areas. So eventually, some of these places will have no more problems with these things because they'll be able to set up that infrastructure to be able to have it ongoing. And we did a story about it with, I don't remember what drone company it was that was doing it, because there's a couple of them now into it. They actually set up where they were able to create multiple hospitals,
Mm-hmm.
and where people in that area were able to get stuff that it would take longer for them to get to it. And so,
Right.
and I guess what it is that they're trying to, when they talk about medical supplies, they're trying to have storage place where they can store and they can be able to get those things and replenish it by drone quicker. So now blood samples, yeah, those are the things that got to move quickly from what the larger
Yeah,
hospitals.
blood
That's
samples,
yeah.
COVID samples, all of that stuff that expires within hours. Yeah. Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
about that. This is the quickest way, like you said. Something that may take an 8-hour trip,
Mm-hmm.
they can cover that in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, That's a major difference between somebody living or dying. You need a couple of pints of blood, you can send it out in a freezer and have it airdropped. Zipline, Swoop lands, and it has its own internal compartment. Zipline drops the package via parachute. There's a few companies out there that are doing this medical delivery.
And it's funny, Zipline is on point.
Yeah, Zipline can land within a 50-foot circle. That's not bad, dude. It will drop the package, parachute bomber, kind of like old school bomber type, and hit the target every time.
So if you got somebody good down there, he could actually catch it before it hit the ground.
They don't suggest it, but yes, you basically could. You really could, by the way it hits the ground and so lightly with the parachute. Thank you, John. If you like that, Hal says invest in Soylent Green. It's coming, Hal. You remember that movie, Herman, Soylent Green, where everybody was dying at a certain age? It was an
Okay.
old movie. And come to find out, the reason they were killing people was they were turning, after a certain age, they were turning them into food to feed the rest of the planet. I was like, yeah, Soylent Green. He won a lot of awards too. The zip line is crazy on the return, how it flies into the net and they snag it. Same thing as aircraft carrier technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Bagwell says.
To get a big catcher's mitt.
This gigantic pitcher's glove, right? There's a catcher's mitt with a soft cushion in the middle. Give me 1 second. I just need to reach over here to the freezer. But I can still hear you though. Remember?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we're not losing any airtime.
Yeah, but they can't hear you. But that's all right.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
right. I forgot they can't.
That is, but you didn't go that far. But anyway, yeah, that was a great thing. Like I said, they're all over the place now with that. But maybe now we can get some drone delivery going on in America. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, you know what? It's from what I found out, the information that you sent me, the United States is behind in drone deliveries and all of that stuff because of the certification. But we can't get into that because we're not up to that part of the story. Or that's part of the
But
stream.
you know what is funny though?
Hmm.
Uh, though this man's name tears me up, but his last name too. But I rather try to pronounce his last name. His name, Mr. Zazertsky. Well, I believe he's the one who has developed that Interceptor drone.
And you know what? I was waiting for this story because you guys, we try to bring you some of the latest stuff that comes out. And
This thing is
this
crazy.
Interceptor drone is really, really hot.
I just think it's just crazy, but
It
it's
is.
supposedly, yeah, but you know what it is? It's the combination. It's the
I'll show
combination
them.
of a racing drone
Yeah.
and a net gun.
Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm showing them a picture of it, and I'm not showing the video because I actually want them to hear the sound of the video and the concept, because just watching the video you would never understand. But this is the Interceptor drone. Yes, it has FPV motors on it, and this is its catapult box. Go ahead, Herman, with the story. When we finish with the story, then we'll play the video.
Well, what it is, you can show the video. It's a combination of a racing drone and a net gun, basically. And what it's designed to do, truthfully, is to just capture another drone in its net.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's all it's designed to do. And the pilot of this thing can pilot it just like a regular drone with the controller. He has the same setup that you would have if you was flying FPV. And this thing launches, and what it is that it's actually reusable, believe it or not.
Yes, yes, it is.
It is designed to where is that when it gets to that point, I want you to see that where it shoots, the motors are designed to shoot the net up and grab whatever
They just
drone
showed it.
that is in that it's launching that.
Yes, and now you heard him right. It fires the motors. Check out this slow-mo right here.
See, it fires the motors out with the
and
net.
A parachute comes out, and the main compartment of the drone lands safely via parachute, and it has a beeper. That's why I wanted to play the sound on this, because it's hold on, let me go back here. Let me get back here. Let me play the sound, Herman.
Okay.
You can hear it?
No.
You can't hear it. Damn. I hear it in my ear. All right. Well, anyway, you can, after it fires its motors, and you do see the motors firing.
It attacks the motors of the propellers of the other drone and takes it out.
Right.
Wow, look at that.
And these are racing drone motors. The company that this guy is using, this Interceptor is an FPV drone, but everything is reusable. It's built from an FPV drone, but I pause it here because I want to point this out. When it's in hover mode like this, this is the FPV camera. When it's in attack mode, it points towards you, and this is the camera that they switch to, the FPV camera. So there's actually two FPV cameras, and I actually have these motors on my drone right in here. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And he's using a 6-cell battery. It has GPS, and when the chute deploys, there's a beeper. These motors are able to reinstall.
Mm-hmm. Everything is reusable on it.
Yep. That's the whole set, and it comes with this little box here. Like I said, that's hover mode, and then full attack mode is when it's pointed straight at you.
Mhm.
And they're saying you can put this box on the back of a car or a van or a truck and put the goggles on and take off and fly. And
Boom.
this is actually them in beta flight, showing it's as similar to a racing drone as you can get. But it has two types of modes. It has one mode where it flies like an FPV bird, and one mode where it flies like a plane. That the guy was saying in this
Right.
part of
When
the
it's
video.
in attack mode, it's going to fly like a plane.
Yes, yes. This is in attack mode when it's trying to catch up to stuff. But that's basically, and it has time to take a picture and identify. So snapped a shot right there and realized it could have shot that target right there.
Right.
Here's the launching system with the motors right here coming up. And it launches the motors. Everything is reusable.
You can't get away.
Nope. Supposedly. I'll let you guys check out this video with the sound. I'll put the link in the chat. And
So you can't get away.
No,
Wow.
you cannot. Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer.
Johnny.
Now they also say it hits a really high. It hits a really high top speed, and it hits a really high top speed. And they did not say what the top speed is because you know it's illegal for a racing drone to go over 100 miles per hour. So
no more.
Not anymore, right?
No more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody's going to break it, and then they're going to just. What's the difference? 101, 102, 115. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Mr. J's RC said drone haters are going to love this.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Oh, Travel Tech is saying, hey, Herman, have you flown the new Mini 2 drone that we gave away at the event? Yes,
yeah,
he has. Yes, he has.
With the smart controller.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I'm
Excuse me.
The Mini 2 is still in that place right there where I'm like, do you give it a hard case? Is it hard case worthy? Because it fits in your pocket.
Yeah. Good point. In your pocket and inside any bag.
Yeah, I put it in this little drawstring bag, and I put it in my sweatshirt, and I got the smart controller in my hand, and I'm going. I'm ready to fly.
Right. You have a valid point. I know people who do have hard cases for them. So,
yeah, I know. I was looking at the hard case for it.
Yeah.
But it fits right in my pocket.
JC says you have to do hyperlapse with it. Okay. That's what John says. You have to do hyperlapse with it. Check out the hyperlapse.
I'm gonna check that out, even though I'm not too crazy about
about autonomous features.
No, on the hyperlapse.
Oh.
But yeah, that's I was checking out. They had
just get a GI Joe lunchbox for the Mini. That's funny.
You know what? A GI Joe lunchbox would cost more right now than what do you call it? Or the original GI Joe.
Yeah, they probably would be mad expensive.
If I could find one in good condition, it's gonna cost more than the damn Nanook case.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine?
Here's the reason why I'm contemplating on getting a hard case. Because the same rule of thumb applies with a tool bag. If you have a small tool bag, right?
Hey, Rob. Yeah, go ahead.
And you put all your tools in there and you zip it closed and there's no more room in there for anything else, you're not going to get any more tools. You're not going to get any more tools.
Right.
But if you got a big tool bag, you're gonna start putting more tools in there, put more tools in there, put more tools in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have the mini and one battery. I
Right.
have a controller that I'm not using. Now that's the Mavic
Right.
Pro controller that I'm not using. That's the Air 2S controller that I'm not using.
Because you're using a smart controller, yeah.
And the RC Pro. And now here's what comes into play. That case for the Mini 2
Mm-hmm.
has a spot for the batteries, the battery charger and everything. You know what that's gonna do, right? Go on Amazon or wherever, the DJI, and just start buying the charger and getting more batteries.
Yeah. You see what Travel Tech put? He's, he says they make a belt case for the Mini 2 that connects to the belt like a drone fits. Like, you know, you have the large cell phones on your belt. Yeah.
No.
Could you imagine? Just hold on a second. I need to get a shot of this right there. Clip it off your belt, start it up in your hand, and you're out.
No, I would feel like I'm in the military with that.
Oh.
Batman or something. Takes off, not.
Oh, Rob C says his department will be having a meeting in 2 weeks to approve the purchase of a DJI M30T.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay. What are you using now?
Kind of something in the works, Bill. Yeah, what are you guys using now? Because we got to meet the fire department robotics / drone team, Herman and I, this week. What's up? Last week, sorry. Yeah, last week.
What was that?
What's up, Barry?
Last week. Barry, what's good, man?
And they had an M300 out. And
that's a big boy.
Yeah. What's up, Barry? How are you? I hope all is well.
I can see why people are afraid of getting too close to the props on that when they move it.
That one looks like it cuts through bone. Those props do look like they cut through bone because they're about 3 fingers at their widest point. They're about 3 fingers wide. That put their propellers on the M300. Currently using they're currently using his Autel Evo with a 640T sensor. His Evo 2. All right, that's what's up. Listen, however you get the job done.
But you know what, Lawrence? I told you about this guy here, right? This drone pilot who was ordered to pay a $37,000 fine.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, he I don't know. He did some
he effed up.
He interfered with the military.
Yeah. If you guys are not familiar with this story, listen to this very well, because I thought in this country where this dude was flying at, I had no idea that in that area was only a 200-foot ceiling to begin with. But go ahead, finish the story, Herman, before we get into detail.
You know, what's funny, you talk about that, and it's funny. This is the same. You remember that the young man who was well, let me tell you the story here. What happened? This Singaporean man was no, I guess he was given a fine of, like I said, 37,000, because he was flying his Mavic 2 Zoom in September of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was what they call an unlawful in an unlawful way, because he was well, they're basically saying that he was in the flight path of a military air base.
Mm-hmm.
And they were having issues with him interfering with the flight path of their jets taking off from this military air base. And he was he did this on September 8th, 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when he did that. Yeah, that's yeah, and he interfered with what they call the a military air base of the Republic of Singapore's Air Force. So they're not too happy with him, and if he is not able to pay this fine, he will have to spend 100 days in jail.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
now I don't now here's my thing about that. Before I tell you what I was going to tell you, because
Mm-hmm.
and this is, I mean, I'm trying to make light of the whole thing, because what he did was stupid, but
Right.
um $37,000, and that's giving it, I guess, in US dollars. I don't know
It
what
is, yeah.
I don't know what
In
it is,
there,
how much
in
that
Singapore money, it's actually 51,000 SGD, which I guess is Singapore money.
right, but I don't know how it equivalents to their way of life and their how much
I got you, yeah.
everything. But $30,000 is a lot of money to me.
37.
$30,000 is a lot of money to me
Yeah.
and anyone in the chat. I'm quite sure of that.
Well,
I
I
mean, I don't. But see, before I give my opinion on this,
yeah.
on how how I would logically work it out for me. Singapore is that same country where that gentleman got caught spray painting, and
Mm-hmm.
they were gonna flog him with the bamboo cane
Yeah.
for his punishment for spray painting.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
know what you're talking about.
I don't know what their jail is like, but if I had to either pay a $37,000 fine here in America or 100 days in jail, I see you guys in about 3.5 months.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because
I would have to agree with you.
$37,000 is a lot of money.
Right. And you could have three hots in a cot for take a little mini vacation. It's just a matter of surviving that vacation. $37 is a lot of money to me, Chris says. Yo, listen, you know what's messed up about this?
I'm just
Because in
I'm
countries
just
like
making a
that,
joke, but he's stupid. What he
right, but in countries like that, I had no idea. But on top of it, it goes to say it didn't help that the pilot did not possess a permit, even for recreational drone flying. On two occasions, he had violated Singapore's Air Navigation Act by operating a drone outdoors in altitude exceeding 60 meters. 60 meters roughly is about 200 feet. Okay, above mean sea level. And without a class 2 activity permit. So apparently the laws are a lot different, and even recreational pilots in Singapore need to have this permit to fly. I wonder how that would run over here in the States, Herman,
what
if recreational pilots needed a permit to fly.
permit to fly?
Uh-huh.
They would have to get a permit.
You're damn right about that. Going to jail in Southeast Asia is a terrible diet plan. Only rice. Listen, check this out. You check this out. He's right though. Going to jail in places like that. I don't know if you've seen
No,
the
but I'm
cable
just
series
saying.
Locked Up Abroad, but
I'm
you need
just.
to check it out.
I'm
They
just saying.
real in other countries. They raw. You
I'm.
go to take a shit and you gotta take a shit in a hole in the ground. I'm just saying. Not to diverse from the story, but yeah.
That's why I said what I said. I'm
Hmm.
just saying. I don't know what jail is like in
Over
Singapore.
the right.
This is the same country that wanted to beat a young man for spray painting.
With bamboo sticks.
Right. So
What was it? They what would they give him 100? They wanted to give him 100 lashes or something like, or 75 lashes, something.
I don't remember what.
Right, right. It was a weird number of
Yeah,
lashes they wanted to give him.
yeah.
But that was because they didn't want him. They didn't put him in jail.
Right. That's what I'm
That was
saying. It's an either
yeah.
or.
That's
He's got an either or here.
yeah. You
That's what I'm
always
saying. I don't know what their jail is like because 100 days ain't long for 37,000.
Travel Tech says you always go to jail here before you pay a fine. The rules are hard here, man. Listen. Hey, Ray Kelly, what's good? Travel Tech, trust me. We all must have a license to fly and insurance, or it's hard life learning process. Hard life learning process.
Hmm.
They wanted to give a dude 60, 70 lashes, 75, 100, whatever the amount was, but this dude was already skinny. The stick was thicker than some of his body parts they wanted to beat him with. I'm just saying, they don't. Hal zigzag goes, beat on the feet. Yep, that's
Oh,
exactly
no.
it.
No. Then he won't be able to leave.
Well, he won't be able to steal, won't be able to spray paint either. I'm
No, he
just
will.
saying.
Just
Listen,
just hit the low parts of the wall.
oh my goodness,
You hit the lower thirds.
we're both gonna burn. We're both gonna burn. Anyway, welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. Happy hump day to you all out there. May as well be beat with razors. Now, see, Jay-Z's talking some torture shit.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no, but on a lighter note though, Lawrence, I see that they got the Air 2 fly more.
Yes.
Yeah, the price is down. What is that? 789 or something like that?
Yes, and I did
Fly
notice a
more?
couple of people selling their Air 2s.
I mean, the Air 2 is probably going to get replaced by the Mini 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. As long
But
as you
the,
respect the laws.
but you know what? The good old Air 2S is still riding hard with that 1-inch sensor.
Yep. This is true.
1-inch sensor.
This is true. Very, very true.
But
My thing is,
mm,
my thing is, um, I'm in a toss up, and what I mean by I'm in a toss up,
mhm.
DJI seems to come out with a new drone every 8 months on the average. I'm just saying roughly.
Well,
And when you buy a drone, when the Air 2 was out, it was the hottest thing popping, and
mhm.
then they went and shot themselves in the foot and came out with the Air 2S and other drones after that. And I'm just saying they were still making money on the Air 2. The Air 2 is a good bird.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just see a lot of drones out there.
What they've done, where they're able now to have a lineup of products to where is that when they release them,
Still.
they have enough timeline for everyone to enjoy these products for about 2 years, and then they'll replace them with something else because they do just like I told you before, and you see it in everything. You know, yesterday's Honda Civic, the amenities and everything that's in a Honda Civic used to be a Honda Accord.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. You are right about
You see
that.
what I'm saying to you? It's the trickle down.
And a couple of those Lexus models are
There was cars that at one point the car didn't have power windows. Now it's standard feature.
yeah, same thing with power steering.
Well,
You ever drive a car with power steering went out?
that's been the case.
Yeah.
They've improved on that. But no, but it's just it is what it is. If you go back and you look at time, people look at some of these cars that everyone ran out and bought. These cars had what, like 100 horsepower in the 80s. Now we got cars. Now the little car, it's got the smallest car on the road has got more than 100 horsepower. You got 100 horsepower, you're damn riding a scooter.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, Mike? Fly Zone Drones. How are you? You're right about that. You are 100% right about
That's
that.
what's happening with these drones. The capability and you're flying a camera.
You can get almost
You're
a small,
flying a camera. So
yeah.
that's why the most important thing is how well does that camera fly. you know what the camera has. So that's why I said it's the Air 2S still rides in there strong because
That one in sensor is beast.
she's well capable of flying, and the camera in itself is a very good camera. Now, forget about the fixed aperture on it. That does come into play a little bit when you want to get really down to the nitty gritty of it. That's why I was telling you with the
Yeah, but that kept the price down too, though.
right, exactly. But that's what I was trying to tell you. But with the Mavic 3, I was able to just with being able to change the app, your aperture, even with a filter on it, you can get you can touch it better than you can. You understand what I'm saying with those
Yeah.
with in video. But now,
Yes.
when I took the pictures, now you just can't. You can't really compare it. But it does do the job.
Right. Right.
So
And
if I was somebody had asked me what drone to buy, I'll tell you,
they ask me. They ask me. People do ask me, and I do say the Air 2S may sell or keep. Hold on, the Air 2S may sell or keep it as the pro camera drone and buy the Mini 3 drone just to link it to the N1 controller.
I that would make sense to me if that's what you want to do. If you're going to run around with those two.
Travel Tech says he's mailing us a gift in a few weeks before it arrives. Think you guys will like it.
Thank you very much.
It's very much appreciated. Highly appreciated. I hope you're mailing it to Phantom Flight 101's address in the About Me section, because if you mail it to me, it may not get here. Yo, I'm not. You already know, Herman. I listen. You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story, and we'll get back to the drone news. When I'm expecting a package, I get all shipping labeled, the numbers and everything. And as soon as they scan it, delivered in mailbox, you have to run to the mailbox, because delivered in mailbox could be outside your mailbox, sitting on the counter. It could be outside your door. It could still be in his truck. Hint, hint. So please make sure, if you do send anything, send it to Phantom Flight 101's address. His doorman will make sure that he gets it.
Why does everybody say the doorman?
Okay, concierge. I can speak French too. That's right. A doorman is in front of the building. The concierge is in the building. You got to walk up to him. Concierge, hey, show. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. There's a difference. Doorman, just open the door, say, how you doing? Concierge says, you got mail, sir. I'm just saying. Yes, coming to Phantom's address. It's a prop. It's a prop for your show. And no, it's not bamboo. Okay.
For the show, and
that's what he said. That's what he says. So we appreciate it highly.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, we will have to see when it gets here, right?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when it gets here.
No, but, very much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Though. But you know what? I also wanted to tell you. You know your friend here, the DJI FPV. What they I guess that's their combo. That's also on sale.
Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah, the FPV.
Yeah, I think they went back to $999.99.
See, that's not good to hear. If it wasn't for that eggshell, I would. You know what? No, I'm not, because you know what? I have the best of both worlds. I use Crossfire, which is great tech. I've never had a fail-safe from my radio to drone. It's always been video. And now that I'm flying digital I've had blackouts flying digital. I've had blackouts flying analog, more flying analog than digital. But the point I'm trying to make is
Mhm.
I'm happy where I'm at
Okay.
right now. I really am. I have two digital birds and I have a third unit just sitting here. I'm looking at birds to figure out which one to put it in.
Is that right?
Yeah, so and I'm in no rush because I'm having fun flying these other two birds.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
What happened?
whoa, whoa, whoa. You got joints laying around waiting to put in birds that under your fucking garage
No,
over there and
man,
shit?
it's just I budget myself really well. I go without a couple of beers or a couple of leisurely things, and then I'm saying, you know what? That's get another unit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. Go ahead. You can I can still hear you. They can't hear me. Or
Yeah.
because I'm sliding across the floor in the chair. But
They can hear you.
okay. Hold on. I'm digging
They,
out.
they can quite hear. They know you're moving around.
Oh yeah, they can see me too. Yeah, see?
Yeah. What ain't this about a bitch?
It's like candy. You know, you save your money up for that candy bar, and then you go to the store and buy it. Yes, these are and everyone's like, get the nebula. So look at here. I already have two birds with nebula, and I thought I had one, but I actually have two more to install. Hey, Crypto, what's good, man?
See this?
See what?
You see this?
I have 9
You see
FPV
this?
birds, dude.
I blame you guys. You got them hooked on that shit.
All I can say is, Lawrence, I just upgraded my Recon 5 modifications. It's
All you
totally different.
guys.
I look forward to seeing the video, Mike, when you put it out. You know what it is, honestly, Herman?
He was doing just fine with his analog playing in the yard. Now you guys got him hooked on digital. He's riding his bike in the street.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I went from the sidewalk to the street with the cars and the big boys, you know, with the cars and trucks.
How they said he's gonna get hit by a car.
Hmm. Never newer DJI FPV should be like that Interceptor drone, crash proof. And for all that money versus the current FPV model. Hal says, wow. You know what it is, Herman?
Yeah.
If you, it's like anything, if you I was very reluctant to switching over to digital. You knew that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, yo, Lawrence, how come you ain't got digital? I went to a meetup. I was the only one flying analog there,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know? And that was when you said, don't fly. Is they're going to blast, knock you out of the sky. And that's exactly what they did. Someone is like, oh, that's analog. Let me plug in on them. But
Watch this.
Herman said, "Don't fly." It was the only analog flyer there. There was a bunch of guys there. I ain't even gonna mention names, but we were at Pilgrim. You know, you have the guys the upper YouTube channels with their vlogging and a crowd around them. So I'm like, well, none of them dudes are flying. So I'm analog. I get a chance to sneak in a flight. Herman goes, "Don't fly." I go, "But nobody's flying." He goes, "Don't fly. You're gonna crash. You're gonna fall out the sky." I go and hook
Uh-huh.
up everything, and I fly. I take off and go towards the building and come back. All of a sudden, it just goes black on me. One of the digital pilots plugged in on me, which blasted me out of the sky, fell out of the sky. Make a long story short, I'm digital now. It's just that when you look at it, Herman, monetarily,
Uh-huh.
um, you take 9 times 180, $185. When you look at it in the distance, it looks like a lot of money. But if you chip away at it piece by piece,
Well, here's the thing.
you're still paying the same amount.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. Once you bought the goggles, that was it. See, that's the key to the whole thing.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
the key
Because
to
I
the
couldn't fly without the goggles.
Right. That was the key to the whole thing. Once you bought the goggles, the means, and
Five
you know,
birds.
it's funny. It's funny. Another thing that points to another thing we're going to talk about later on tonight too. But you know, when you start talking about everything with your
Huh?
birds, when you start talking about changing everything to digital, so
Yeah.
now you got three now.
Well, I have two that are running and flying. I have a third one that I'm looking at. I'm going to strip down in the morning, and then I have well.
Four.
I did only say three originally,
You
right?
heard this, right, everybody?
4 of 9. That's
You
4 of 9 birds. I even have a 4-inch that's going to be converted.
ask him how many of them he's flying.
You can only fly one at a time, but I can fly. I have the BDI adapter on my goggles. I can still fly analog, but I haven't.
They're not going to.
I haven't. I'm being honest. I have not flown.
With 4 drones digital, you're not going to fly any of those analog drones. That's just like telling a guy who's sitting there, right? And any of these guys is camera drone guys.
Hey, Marcel.
That has a Phantom 3 standard, and they got 4 of the latest drones that DJI put out. Are they flying that Phantom 3 standard on that Wi-Fi? They can barely make it down to the corner.
Nope. You're right.
Right.
100% right. Because since I had the second one, I keep saying I'm going to go fly analog. I'm going to go fly analog. Then I'm like, you know what? I have the long enough MIPI wire to change it. I'm going to change out the MIPI wire and just make it digital.
Right.
Matt Bagwell, thanks for coming in, man. We appreciate the support.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us, man.
Yes. See you around on Facebook and other social media, God willing. Well, you know what's funny? You guys, I mean, those guys look good in their shirts. Oh, yes, we do. Wait a minute. Hold on. Thank you very much, Ray Kelly.
Thank you.
We're actually matching today. We didn't plan this.
Oh, yeah.
We did not plan this. Yeah. It's
what else I wanted to tell you also, you know, the Mavic 3 Fly More is on sale too. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
Was it 2008 849?
2008-49?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ray Kelly says, thank you for those guys t-shirt, Herman Lawrence. Oh, thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
And if you guys are seeing those guys t-shirts out there, to let you know, we are selling them, but there were guys that we gave away some shirts, right? At the meetup? Because I thought I saw Ron or was it Idaho Quadcopter? Somebody had those guys' shirt on.
I gave one to Ray, and I gave him 3 to give away at the you know, when he was doing his giveaways.
Right.
And then I believe I gave one to Johnny, I believe so, and the Matty.
Okay, right. The guys who were hosting the whole event. All right, that makes sense. But anyway,
if I missed anyone, just let me know.
Yes, we do have all sizes. Oh, in fact, no, not all sizes. We do not have 3X. No, that's the only size we don't have. No. But getting back to things,
Mavic 3 being on sale to fly more, I mean,
that makes it highly usable.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? Some people are gonna buy it. People are gonna buy it, man.
I mean, it's not much of a sale. I mean, it is what it is. But
it's a sale just to people that, any little bit helps.
Right. I'm just wondering, you know, like they're trying to spark something. I don't know. I guess the sales may be down. You might be right. I don't know.
That's it. You know what? No. They're not. Because when the Mavic 3 launches, they delayed it and
I actually wanted to do a video because
good night, Travel Tech. I know it's 5 a.m. in the morning. We appreciate you supporting the channel, man. Thank you so much. Don't forget to come through Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping in, man.
We appreciate you, Travel Tech. What were you saying now? I'm sorry.
No. I just wanted I said I had one video on that, but I just, like I was saying before, I just felt that when the Mavic 3 came out, the price of it wasn't. It didn't surprise me. I expected to pay that much for
you and a few other people as well. Yeah.
I just thought that, like I said before, when it came down to the Air 2S, that it made the Air 2S even more attractive to other people because of the price. But
that's what I thought they were doing.
Well, well, I mean, I don't know if that's what they deliberately did, but I mean,
but if you didn't
naturally looking at the price of it being almost twice the price,
right? But I know people that did not buy the Air 2S because they were waiting for the Mavic 3, and they turned around and they backed up and they got the Air 2S, and so it was like a double-edged sword.
I get it. I totally understand it, but I just felt that it was still a very good drone to buy. I don't know.
You see what Hal put?
Even to this day.
Should DJI can the Mavic 3 and just supersize the Mini 3 with the dual camera into a Mavic 4?
No, that doesn't make sense. But that wouldn't make sense. But why would they? I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Mavic 3 when you look at it, you look into it deep enough and understand what DJI was going with that Mavic 3. And it took me listening to someone who wasn't a drone pilot to understand the Mavic 3 better, and they weren't even a drone pilot, and that's somebody just evaluating the camera in itself and what it's capable of doing.
It's a very complicated camera. I'm going to say that the features on that camera alone are spectacular. Everything I've seen from the Mavic 3, from the JPEG hyperlapses to everything that it does, it's so much cleaner.
Well, truthfully, like I said, with the guy that I was listening to, was, he was saying that adding the aspect that the fact that it flies with what the camera is capable of doing, so much there that you're not seeing.
Hal's questioning you. Go ahead.
Filmmaker.
Hal's questioning you, saying why? Just look at the new design. Well, the new design looks cool.
It's nice, but it's still a small drone. You see, you got to talk when we talk about a flying camera. These things have to have capability of being able to get into the position to take these shots. Now, you can put whatever technology you want into it to an extent, but the drone in itself has to be able to get into position to do this. And if there's any type of adversity, it all comes down to the bigger drone being able to handle it, one, and two, never mind whatever you say, just like a car, there's no substitution for displacement unless you're working with forced induction. just like a camera.
Right.
The bigger the eye,
The more
the
you can
better to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you start talking about the Mini 3, Mini 6, as long as it's mini and it's under whatever, and they have not gotten the technology yet to be able to get motors that can handle certain positioning with this thing in certain areas, at certain conditions, still limited. And I get a
N-
bigger drone that's more capable. But that's what
Well,
you're to do with it. It's
well,
fun.
Hal, even something,
It's,
even I understand what you're saying, Herman, but this is my peeve with everyone saying new drone, this new camera, that.
mhm.
Why can't they bring back Addy mode? Addy mode, dude,
Well,
Addy
you know
mode.
what? It's
I
funny
don't
you
want my
say
drone to
that.
go in. I don't want my drone to go into Addy mode, Herman, because it's GPS deprived. I want to have the option to do a smoother orbit or a smoother maneuver in Addy mode, like I can do with the Phantom 4 Pro.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Also gives you full control of the drone.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I flew the Mini in Addy mode in here.
Right. Because you know how to fly. The average person cannot fly. Not yet. That's not true. The average person, as of the last 1 or
This
2 years who just started flying, knows nothing about Addy mode.
this room is actually big enough to do an orbit in here with the Mini. The Mavic 3, I'd probably crash into the damn wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, I know you want to know this. I tell you, I caught 3 catfish today. And
Okay,
you should be eating one of them suckers now. I love catfish.
that's an ugly.
Exactly. You see what M Drone put? I want Addy mode too. You can make better
Yeah,
cameras. You can make better
right.
drones. Addy
I
mode is like
I love it
the
too, but
cherry on top, Herman.
it should be right on the controller, right next to
Yes. Yes.
the other modes. Yeah, I mean, trust me. I listen. The Phantom 4 Pro and the Inspire controllers, those are the last of the good old days.
Those are the last of it. So far, it seems to be the last of Addy mode. And
You
you
know
know
what it's
what's
like? You know
funny?
what I can compare it to? You know
What?
how now when you go into the car dealership, you can't get the the stick on some of these cars. You got to get the little the paddle shifting.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
about?
That's another thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's not shifting gears. Back in the day, it's not the flick of a finger. You're not playing a video game with shift gears, downshift, upshift like that. I agree with you, Herman. But
Now,
just
even the
like
race cars are doing it too, but
I
damn,
know.
man, because
But
they got to
now,
test out that same technology so we can use it.
right, right. But I have seen a car with the paddle
Give me
shifting.
my.
You had to find that sixth gear that was up and over to the left. And you understand?
I had the European joint. It was all just same
Oh,
way.
nice and smooth.
Yeah,
Cool, Bick. What's good, man? But honestly, DJI, if you're
big.
listening to any of us smaller channels out there or a larger channel hears me saying this and they repeat it, bring back Addy mode, please. That's all I want.
Animo,
If
animo,
the
animo,
Mavic series,
animo, 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 animo.
if the Mavic 3 Enterprise came with Addy mode, I'd be selling some of my FPV drones.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Herman, do
Yeah,
you know what it is? No, but see,
you guys
people.
could do a firmware update and put in the Addy mode. I like to
Big
see
Matt was
on some
good.
of these drones. What's up, Big Mac?
You know what the deal is, Herman? And I'm being honest about this. When I was flying the Phantom 4 Pro, and I still own one, to be able to hover there in GPS mode, and then as the wind is blowing, flick a switch and let it glide with the wind was so
Light
cinematic.
touch of the stick.
Yep,
Light
yep.
touch.
And you're drifting with the
And
wind.
then you turn ever so slightly as you just.
But see, what a lot of people don't know is you're right. But what a lot of people don't know is your drone will go into ADI mode if it's
Hey Jay,
GPS
what's up, man?
deprived. Uncle Bill's Toys, what's good? Jay Santiago, what's up? If your drone, your Mavic
Oh,
series drone is GPS deprived, it will go into ADI mode.
yeah.
Okay, that should be an option. I want to be able to control that. I miss it. I'm being honest about it. I'll let it go. I digress. But I got it out my system. I feel the same way you feel. Cinematic shots from heaven. M Drone knows. He has a Phantom. He has Phantom 4 Pros. He knows what it is
Hmm.
to just take it. And I've gotten some of the best shots with my Phantom 4 Pro just by taking it out of GPS mode and clicking that switch to ADI mode and letting it drift with the wind.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I like my pie a la mode. Uncle Bill's Toys.
Oh, what?
What's up, Uncle Bill? How are you, man? Well, I'm sorry. I was just ranting about how I wish they would stop coming up with better cameras and smaller drones and stuff and just build a drone with ADI mode or give you an option to
Well,
at the switch. But you
that's
know what, Herman? If they put ADI mode on these drones, half these fuckers would be out there crashing left and right.
how you know.
How do I know? Because they can't fly them in ADI mode when they go in ADI mode now. Because they used the GPS lock. How many people you see crashing their drones indoors or someplace with a GPS deprived? The numbers are high. I'm getting a P4 version 2 as soon as possible. Crypto man, been creeping and find one on Facebook. Crypto man, you will not be disappointed.
It's still it's a very good capable drone, even though it's still on, well,
It's still industry standard.
it's on Aquasync 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you still got a pretty, listen, do we need to go 7 miles?
No, but do you need to do 250 in a Porsche? No, but it feels damn good to know you can.
Yeah, but you could do it within 5 miles that drone will give you.
Yeah, yeah, true. I get it. Uh,
I'm
Crypto
just
man,
saying,
trust me, you will. When you do get a Phantom
that
4
5 mile
Pro,
range on
it's
that
worth
thing.
it.
That trust me, I've stretched the limits of what the she has gone some places.
If she could only talk.
Right.
If she could only talk. I
And
know what you're
that
talking
and that
about.
was on Lightbridge too. You understand? That was on Lightbridge too. Boy, that was the best release the DJI ever had. That and the Inspire 2 on that.
Yeah. Hmm. Um, they should take off ADI mode and make it FPV and make an FPV mode. You would really
FPV
have to
mode.
control the drone like a non-GPS drone FPV would.
Well, FPV mode, right? It's funny. That I've never checked out how that would actually work if that worked together, because you know how it had the FPV mode on the drone where
Mm-hmm.
and the
It
camera,
locks the gimbal.
locks
Yeah.
it. But using it in ADI mode together, would that have worked? I don't know.
I don't know of anyone
Or
that have
would it,
actually tried
or
it.
would it keep releasing the camera?
That's interesting.
Next time I plug it in, I'm going to see if it'll happen.
That's interesting. Can you put it in FPV mode and ADI mode? Technically, hypothetically, it sounds like you could, but I don't know anyone that's tried it.
Hmm.
I'm being honest about it.
Okay, we'll put your drone up, right? And we'll check
Hmm.
it out. The next
Not. That's a big fail.
Why
I'm
not?
just saying.
It's for the betterment of the science of the technology of the industry. How's that sound, guys?
Yeah, not.
It's in research of the betterment of the drone industry.
Not with my Phantom 4 Pro, you're not.
Wow.
No, if you got a
See,
loaner,
you see, this is why.
if you got a loaner, I'm down.
This is why Orville went and used his brother, because what's yours is mine and what's mine.
And Marcel Roberts says, try it, let me know. Take off in Natty mode and put it in FPV mode. We have to find, you know what? See, that makes me want to go back and check out the Go4 app and see if that's possible. It really does.
The reason why I say that is because one is on the control and the other one is in the app.
Yes, exactly. That would be interesting. If the app locks the gimbal and you can take off in Natty mode, I don't see why not. I might be getting back into DJI this spring. My work wants me to fly one for their property projects. Me and Cinewoop and DJI filming in the future.
Okay.
The combination of the both, Marcel, you can't lose. That's what everyone's doing. And I made that point Sunday, if you remember, Herman, that there are more camera drone / FPV pilots, more and more. Right now, there are more camera drone people. I had a poll. Do you fly camera drone? Do you fly FPV? Or do you fly camera drone and FPV? And the poll was mostly camera drone. Second place was camera drone and FPV. And third place was just FPV.
Right. And you know what I think is really getting causing that lock hole on a lot of guys in the industry to fly in camera drones?
What's that?
It's that same sub 250 range that we've been talking about.
Talk about that. Remember the guy from the Parks Department?
Because think about it.
Yeah.
How many guys right now got into flying? All right, man. Take it easy. Got into flying because of the Mini.
True.
Whereas that a lot of people felt that the Phantom was intimidating. But that's what a lot of people had to drive. It's like, yo, you guys that learned how to drive on that, that subcompact car, or your pops had to learn on that big old sedan.
Right.
You understand? So moving around that machine, he can move anything.
Yeah.
But moving
I agree.
Yeah, so that was what it is,
Yeah.
Learning how to, when you guys will now take certain things for granted as you go on. Oh, that can't do that because it don't have no sensors on it. Oh shit, the Phantom 3 flew waypoints with no sensors.
I'm sorry, I had to put that on real quick. Didn't want something shown.
Who?
Just no, my background. Someone needed to walk through, so I had to put that on to keep them from being seen.
I got you.
I wanted one. Congrats. Oh, hey, Draymond, how are you? Buick Olds 88.
Buick.
Recovery 1.
Oh. You know what's funny? My father hated Buick.
Get out.
Yeah, he couldn't stand it. But we were talking about. You did a story on and I also had something that came up on it because they were selling these things to people for their own personal use, I guess, their own yard. And I'm saying to myself, well, shit, we ain't got no damn use for nothing like that. And then now, here it comes. It was a story last year on the development of this thing. And now they have Urban Airport opened the first functional eVTOL.
Yes, we've done stories on vertiports
for delivery drones and flying taxis. Now, is it Urban Airport? Airport is London-based developer, and of vertiports. Now, I guess they just popped up along and came with a developer of vertiports. So they're a developer of vertiports, and these vertiports they're developing are for eVTOL vehicles, like drone taxis. You know, they've
Yeah.
done 101 on eVTOLs. Everybody was wondering where they're going to land these things. Now, once again, I mean, they have plans for these things, but hey, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm gonna
Well, it's the
continue on.
first one. It's the first one, right?
It's right, but it's funny because here we go. We're talking about this vertiport, right? This is one of their 200 that they have planned to build in around the world in the near future. They say,
Right.
Urban Airport is offering, you know, they're officially open this functioning uh in this Midland city of what the hell is the name of this place here?
I can't see it because I'm showing the video
Yeah.
right now, but
But
they're talking about
this
charging £3 a
right, yeah,
mile.
I just think that it's a little crazy what they're doing with this. Like I said, this thing is open to the public, right? Right now, it's open to the public,
Right.
but it's not. It's operational. It's fully operational. It's open to the public, but they're waiting on the air taxis and the
Yeah, to
passengers.
get flying. Yes.
Not,
Yes. And
not,
these things are easy to put up
not
and take
right
down.
because they're modular.
Right.
Right, but it's open to the public. You remember when you were talking about showing people what you're doing so that way they're used to it?
Mm-hmm.
This thing is open to the public and it's got supposedly monitors and screens, I believe they believe, that are
Yes.
showing you what they plan to do.
Right.
So is that people now embrace this thing and accept it. This is going on where in the United Kingdom, he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
it,
shoot,
it,
stop.
it's
I stopped it before the build of it. Give me a
oh,
second. I stopped
but
sharing before the build of it. Keep talking.
I'm trying to find out where exactly this thing is here. But yeah,
It is
the
in the UK.
right.
Um,
This thing is they got plans, right? Hold on a second. This is what they say they plan. They plan to put these vertiports, right, for eVTOLs and air taxis and
yep.
cargo aircrafts, right?
All of the
In,
above.
in 65 international cities in countries, right. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
the United States, Australia, South Korea, France. We know about France, Germany, right, Scandinavia, and Southeast Asia. Now, this is all being backed by Supernal. You know who Supernal is, right?
I remember the name.
Well, Supernal is well, they actually have their tax. They were the ones that did that commercial where the guy was waiting for the bus, I believe, and he goes, in the
Oh
future.
yeah. Oh yeah. 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 If you had a, if in the future they will be flying, you won't need to take the bus. I remember that
Right. The
commercial.
guy was
Yeah.
on the elevator leaving to go home. He goes, in the future, you'll be taking this elevator to the roof.
Yeah. I do remember that. I do
That
remember that
that
video.
that's
Yes.
that was Supernal.
Hey Angie.
They are big in the integration of these uh flying in urban air
Well, think
mobility.
about it. Everybody
They got
is are making drones, but no one's talking about where these damn things are gonna land and take off, except companies like this one, Urban Airport. and a couple of other places that are talking about opening these vertiports, which are necessary. If you're going to be flying drones, you need some place from the land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do see that. Man, you guys own a Phantom. Let's use them. Cool Bick just said. We need to have a Phantom party, right?
Hey,
Get
yeah,
out, get
they're in
out.
the middle of the city of Coventry. Yeah,
Okay, well, Urban Airport
yeah,
is
that's what it is. Urban Airport is planning to put these things all over the world. And they're talking about the United States, but you know that does not mean New York City.
true, but this is the actual one
New
that you
York
were talking
City,
about that they constructed. This is the actual vertiport right here.
right.
They're showing how people pull up it. They even had futuristic cars built,
Right. You
e-cars
remember
built.
Cadillac has the same thing. Cadillac
Yep.
has their own.
Mm-hmm.
Have one of those little space cars too that'll
Yep.
take you to the vertiport. See, everybody's got to see Hyundai. See, because everybody's in that whole honey motor group.
Yeah.
They've all gotten together to make sure
They
that this
decided what direction they're going in.
right. They're gonna make sure that this happens whether we think it's gonna happen or not. Even if it doesn't work, they're gonna make it work and say that it did.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mike and Rick, how
Hey,
are you?
Angie, what's good?
Well, you know what? I want to see listen, this company is making drone ports, vertiports, whatever you want to call them, okay? There are too many companies out there that are focusing on vertical landing and takeoff, and these seem like the optimum spots. Maybe once it takes off in the UK, it can stretch it elsewhere. I'd be interested to see how it works.
Yeah, me too.
You
Because
know, we already know in 2024 and the
well,
2025
that's what they're
Olympics, they plan
see, but
on
that's what they're all talking
shuttling.
about, 24 Olympics. They're all
Yeah,
talking 24 Olympics.
yeah, yeah.
So the next vertiport's in France then.
And I'm assuming that they're going to have a couple there because EHang already said that they have the contract to shuttle, or they mentioned they're trying to get the contract to shuttle athletes from their hotels to the events.
So that means that the wrestlers and the heavyweight boxers and certain other athletes, the guy that does the shot put, they're all out of the question.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Right, just
Yeah, Bruno cannot
so,
ride in
so,
the
so
EHang.
just the basketball players, nah.
No, no,
So
no.
just the gymnastics girls and guys in the gymnastics can ride.
Right, right, right. The ballerinas, the ice skaters.
No,
The
it's summer games.
oh, okay, okay.
I
Even
don't want to
even.
ride that in the winter games.
What'd you say? I'm sure it's heated to some extent.
Nope, nope. What if it go down in the water? The water ain't heated.
Yeah, you're right about that shit. You are right about that, bro. Another great show. Those guys have to go now.
All right, Ray.
Thanks, Ray Kelly, for
Thanks for
coming in,
stopping
man. We
in.
appreciate the support.
We
You
appreciate you
guys
taking up
already
with
know
us,
who
Ray.
comes on after us. The Fly for Fun show.
Yeah, with
50-meter dash Olympiads. Yeah, exactly.
well,
Crypto man.
maybe not, because some of those guys are not that small.
Anymore.
Maybe the women, but not the dudes. In the e-hang, nah, man, no, that's not happening. No.
Listen, can you imagine my 270-pound ass sitting in the middle of the two seats in the e-hang talking about I don't think it's going to get off the ground? Later, crypto man.
So my hold on, can you move in a little bit? And they like trying to did the light come on?
Can you hold your breath while we launch?
Did the light come on? No, sir, you can't. You gotta get out.
Mm-hmm. Right, the safety lock won't lock, right? I see it happening already. I just realized that some are bigger. Yeah. JC Flying, thanks for having you. Well, thanks for being here, JC. We appreciate you. We're not going anywhere. We got another half hour.
Yeah, we still be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. You guys, we appreciate you coming in and spending time with us on Hump Day.
Sundays is an hour and a half on.
Yes, yes, yes. My live stream is an hour and a half on Sunday.
We get the whole 2 hours here.
Yes, 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 definitely. Well, I would be interested to see just one shock putter in an E-hang, like this all hunched over, crunched up inside.
And they ain't taking off.
Right. Motors are smoking.
This thing starts gliding on this on its what landing gear.
All it's doing is scraping the ground, grinding the landing gear. You're saying it's not getting off the ground. Oh, I missed it. So sorry. No, we're still here, Angie. We're not going nowhere.
Where'd
We
you go?
have a whole half hour. No, she said she's sorry she missed it. I thought she was. Something is leaking in your cabinet. I see it on your left, Herman.
Ooh.
JC says something is leaking in your cabinet. I see it on your left. So that's on my right over your left.
Leaking? There's nothing there that can leak.
Thanks, Ray, for coming in. We appreciate you.
A hole in the ceiling.
Up above you and the case behind you?
Right, there's nothing there that can leak.
Yeah, well,
you just
I don't know, man.
Light reflects off of things.
Oh, you know what it is? It's probably that 49-inch reflecting off of it. Because on your right side, I see the TV over there reflecting, but that's all I see.
The TV. Oh, from over that side, the light.
Yeah, yes. That's your right, our left. Yes.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, that's okay.
The light reflects off of my glasses and the light in the screen. Like I never mind.
Oh, JC got jokes. He goes, he looked. That's just his drone fountain. See, Night Train gets it. Night Train gets it. What's up, Mike? How are you, man?
Oh, but this your people here with these vertiports, it's actually been open since last year.
Get out of here.
Right, because they're using it to educate people on the service.
On what's happening.
Right. That's what it's being used for. They're just waiting on the aircrafts and the people.
Well, here, if you just Google vertiports, hold on, let me go back. I'd show you the screen here. If you just Google vertiports in the UK, the one that we're talking about comes up in this story. World's first eVTOL vertiports. Decline cookies. I just want to show the picture. But this is the actual vertiport right here that you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what, Draymond? The biggest problem is these damn glasses, right? The fact that the bottom half is designed for reading, so everything is supposed to be down. So when you see me looking up like this, it's just actually use the bottom half of the glasses to be able to see the screen.
You said your screen is so big you can see into the future. I'm just seeing that because I was on another screen. No, the apartment over him has a toilet leak overflowing. Smell it.
That would be on that side of the place.
Oh, yeah. That would be on the other side of the living room. Nice try, John. He's way on the other side of plumbing, away from plumbing. That's not going to work. Plus, he just want to see you turn around scrambling for your drones and which ones you would grab first.
There's nothing there that can leak.
John got jokes.
Well, you know what you do, John? What you do is you pull the cabinet away from the leak. So that way you get all of them one time.
There you go. Let me check. Hold on. The battery life.
On what?
on this. Those of you who don't know, we were experiencing technical difficulties, but we seem to have worked our way around it.
This is not a workaround.
Yeah, I know. I'm not cool with it either.
Thank God it's not 1980 something, because it would be a killer.
Yeah, you're right about that. The Bluetooth would not be working as successfully.
Yeah, I can't stand them.
Well, I don't like the fact that everything
No,
is
I'm
switching.
talking to Draymond about
Oh,
these damn glasses.
he says he has the
I
same
feel
issue.
like this
Okay.
is great. Whose idea this was, God knows.
Huh. Didn't Ben Franklin have half glasses only for looking down?
Yeah, that's because everybody assumes that you read everything down here,
Looking down, right.
not here.
Right. In today's world, you look at shit up front, yeah, to the side, left, up, down.
Everything is not written on paper anymore.
You said Friday's our next nice day to fly, right?
It probably is. That probably is, yeah. But that's who's all backing that up there. Supernal is the big chief in charge of making sure that that's going to happen.
Okay.
What's going on over here in the studio? But so, you know, some of these companies are actually publicly trading, you know, especially some of these eVTOL companies.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
those stocks will start to boom come
20, 23, going into 24 with
right.
prospects.
So
We're hoping.
if you could jump on some of them stocks when they like dirt cheap, like now, you know,
Yes.
accumulate yourself about
Yes.
1,000 shares or so.
So,
When this thing takes off in a neighborhood near you, you could tell your grandkids, we taking a ride, and I'm part owner of the company.
I own a few shares.
In the company.
And exactly, I'm going to show you exactly what we're talking about. Right now, EHang is in the green. Right now, EHang's last price. Yeah, EHang's in the green, Jobby's in the green, Lilium's down a little.
So you're making some money over there.
On to the next story. On to the next story.
Oh boy.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Well, you know what? Keeping in line with the drone delivery, you know, Manna, they plan a slow roll out of drone delivery service here in the U.S. market. So now everybody wants to roll out this drone delivery.
Well, people who don't know who Manna is, you need to explain who they are first, because
Well, Manna happens to be a Dublin-based drone food delivery service. So they plan to launch operations of a small scale in the United States. Well, you know, it was said in the interview by their their developer of operations in the United States. He had said this is what they plan to do in an interview that he was in.
And
so, what are you saying?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they this is not an old company. Well, drones themselves are not old, but I mean this as far as to the general public, but they were founded in 2018, so it's really a fairly new company, I guess. And that, I guess, the pandemic actually might have helped these people too to make a few dollars. But they're operating in 2 cities in Ireland.
Yes.
And they've been authorized by the European Union to expand services in other countries in Europe. So they believe that the big prize for them is to be able to get into what they say is a fast growing uh
Successful business.
no, a fast growing United States
Oh.
drone delivery market, because see, the big thing is that, and all these companies want to operate here,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they claim, that their big prize is, to be able to operate here, and that's what their main focus is. Now, where they plan to roll this out at, I have no idea how and when they plan to make this possible.
Right, but they are already established.
Right, yeah, I've heard of their operations that they're doing, and it's a similar system to everybody else.
Yeah, a drop down tethered system. Now,
Yep.
I have to stop the video right here. And I just want to point out something. I understand that they're doing this as a commercial,
Mhm.
but you mean to tell me this drone landed on a table? I don't think so. The
Well,
table just happened to be there. They set it up for the commercial or interview, the commercial or whatever, but don't
look,
expect it to land on your patio table. That's all I'm saying.
well, they delivered their Chinese food
And now they're getting dessert.
and their ice cream.
And but the story goes on to say that one, because of the rules over
Hold on a
there,
second.
huh?
That Ben and Jerry's and Haagen-Dazs is like the most expensive pint of ice cream you could find,
Mm-hmm.
next to Baskin Robbins and some of the other places that's out there.
Yeah.
What? How much does it
Hey,
cost to
like
get it
Violet,
delivered by drone?
listen. Apparently, the kids wanted ice cream and they got it. I'm just saying, but here's something that they have to take into account when bringing any of these drone companies that want to fly and bring their business here to the United States. The story goes on to say on how the United States is so far behind in drone tech and drone delivery and drone deployment that this may become an issue. Right now, this company has delivered to more than 45,000 people, making 160 deliveries a day, and they still have to come here to the United States and pass a law that says they can take off vertically, they can land vertically, they can fly beyond visual line of sight. You know, all of the blah blah we've been doing all the stories about. And
Go
my
through
question,
all the regulatory maneuvers and everything to make sure that this thing is not going to
fall out of the sky or what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And my thing is, the United States knows people want to come over here, and Zipline is here, Wing is here, Joby is an American-based drone eVTOL company. All these people have to go through these certifications to come here, and they must figure they can make money if they want to come here and try it and go for these certifications.
Well, once again, I don't know how much. Listen, there are communities that this is possible. I'm okay. Okay, let's look at
Hey, Roger.
what we know is happening. Hey, Roger, what's going on? Let's look at what we know is happening when it comes to drone delivery.
Right.
Right? There's a drone airline involved, right? And then there's companies that have to pay this drone airline, I guess, for their services, for you to be able to deliver their stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just eliminating the small guy automatically because he's not going to be able to get his stuff delivered by drone.
Right.
So now here we go. The big guy gets his stuff delivered by a drone. Not only is he beating the small guy's price, and now he can get his stuff delivered by drone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to work. Mendes Drone Ops has a question. A Lake Pilot kind of answered it, but if you want to elaborate on it, he says, "Hey guys, I have a question. If you buy a drone, let's say from your neighbor, and the drone is registered to the FAA, if you buy it, can that registration be changed to your name? No. You
No.
have to get a whole new registration and deactivate it and all of that stuff.
Right. He can go into what is that we go to for registration? To drone zone.
Yep.
FAA drone zone.
Yes.
Go in there and remove himself as a registered owner of that drone.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Right. And it asks why. And it has a list of things of, sold.
Right.
Sold,
It was a gift or whatever. Yeah.
Or why that person is removing. And then you can just register the drone to yourself. I don't know if it would recognize it right away or
hey Ron,
you registered the drone to yourself. I'm not sure.
Evening, Ron Brown. How are you, man? Hope all is well.
Hey Ron, what's good, man?
Yes, getting back to the story about Manna coming to the United States, the most crucial part, and you preach this all the time, Herman, the most crucial part about anybody delivering anything in the United States is you need a certificate to operate as a Part 135.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the next thing because they're a courier.
Right. Now, this company is very popular over in Dublin. I'm sure every company, drone delivery, drone taxi company that wants to work here in the United States, if you can't get certain certifications, you're not going to do too well.
Well, they're going to get it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of it. It's just that the United States is behind in all of this tech, though.
Right, but it's just the fact that you have to go through number one, number two, number three, number four. You can't just jump from hoop number one to hoop number 6. You gotta go through all of them. So then now after you get to hoop number 10, then they light them all on fire and they make
just like car transfer.
They make you start all over again.
Exactly. But I like the fact that they want to deliver food and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But like you said, Herman, and I'm going to keep bringing it up, what happens when the birds find out those drones are carrying food? What happens when those birds find out that that's food hanging on a tether being lowered?
Not even that.
They're going to follow the drone and wait till it starts deploying. They're talking about getting anywhere within 3 minutes. Okay.
Right, I got you.
3 minutes. At 37 miles per hour.
That works in certain areas. That works in certain areas.
Right.
Where you don't have to worry about too much congestion. Like I said, even the drones that Wing has in Dallas, Fort Worth is not deep in the heart of the city.
Right. Yeah. It's so far everything that they are testing is like
look across and see the building somewhere on the other side.
No, we're not guessing the correct number, man. JC's starting his own guess.
What happened?
Well, JC's in a good mood here. He started guessed the number.
Oh, what?
I don't know, but he was guessing 3, 1, 10, 2.
Okay.
Place it here is guessing the correct color. Those seagulls are gonna love your fries. Gary says. Fries. Burger, fries,
whatever
everything.
You got.
When it hits the ground, it won't matter anyway. It's gonna look the same way in your stomach.
That was last year, right? We were in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These two birds dive bomb this lady's pizza. One of them dove down at her pizza. And when she did the whole thing like that and dropped the pizza, the other one scooped it and was gone. And
all the birds were out.
Like that.
Yep. Dog birds in Atlantic City.
It's like they were just like this.
Yo, she's gonna drop her pizza. When I scare her,
She got pizza.
and that's exactly what happened. The seagull came down, hawking and everything. She goes, the pizza goes one way, the lady goes another way. And like Herman said, the bird swooped down and bit it by the crust. Not the hot part, by the crust. Up in the air, you see pizza flying away, and the rest of the birds went away, following him.
The setup.
I can fly acro, and I'm excited. Place it here. Congratulations to the world of acro, sir. Just take your time, do it. What's the difference? Uber Eats samples your food anyway.
Make sure you got the right one.
Yeah, right. Did hear you mention AC, Atlantic City. Yes, the seagulls there, Ron, in Atlantic City. You know that hungry. Herman and I, we went to the Drone Expo last year in Atlantic City. And at night, and this was about 11, 12 at night, Herman, we were out. Mm-hmm. And above two of the main casinos, you see like swarms of birds just hovering and circling like a little storm. And we found out that the reason those birds are hovering is because it's garbage night. Because we're saying, don't seagulls and birds sleep at night?
Don't sleep.
Then we figured the lights may keep them awake and they don't know the difference anymore. They're blind out their mind or whatever. But we found out that the birds hang out above the hotels on garbage night. They just circle and circle and circle until the garbage trucks come through, and then they swoop down. So yeah, the seagulls in Atlantic City are very, very, very smart. And the numbers are incredible.
Smart eating garbage.
Listen, that slice of pizza wasn't garbage when that lady dropped it.
That was a treat.
Oh yeah, right. They look at the tourists and
set up.
She did. She did.
She got
order from Domino's will replace if damaged. No Domino's in Atlantic City.
Can you imagine that?
Don't eat cheesesteak on the beach in Atlantic City, or you'll have to hold on tight with the death grip. See, Ron knows. Ron's from up in that area. He knows all along that coast there.
Don't eat the cheesesteak on
the beach in Atlantic City. It might swoop down and snatch it out your hand. Oh. Hey, what's up, Jim's Droning? How are you guys?
It's no different than right here in Coney Island.
I think Atlantic City, the seagulls are a lot more aggressive than Coney Island. Okay. Coney Island's no joke either. Coney Island, the seagulls are used to hot dogs.
Here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm going to let you eat some chicken wings out there.
Oh, no. We did that. Yo, no. That's not happening. FYI, do not eat chicken or burgers in front of Nathan's outside. The pigeons will sit on the table and grill you like this. Like, yeah, go ahead, drop something. Go ahead, I dare you. You're right. I forgot about that.
On a boardwalk, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you try to toss anything, it will not hit the ground.
That's the worst thing you could do is take some food and toss it to the side to get rid of the bird.
Put it in the garbage.
More are gonna come. Yes.
Put it in the garbage, because if you toss it, they're gonna swoop down in swarms, and then they're gonna follow you because you're the one that's feeding everybody.
Yep, he's talking about the indigents grabbing your food. Yeah,
they pick up your scent, and that's it. You're the one that's feeding everybody. They'll make your life miserable.
Yep. Then they'll start flying over you, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to eat while birds are flying around and over me. Video, Ron.
They only drop little bugs out of there.
JC Flying said, I saw a video with Ron getting attracted by them while eating. Yeah, listen, Atlantic City and Coney Island, no joke. I used to throw French fries on the girls laying out at Clearwater Beach when I was a kid. The seagulls loved it.
What's up, Harley?
That's crazy. Harley FPV, what's good, man? Hope all is well. Anyway, happy Hump Day. Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. We got about 7 minutes left to the stream. We did cover a lot of story, a lot of news, and topics.
You know what, though, Lawrence, those vertiports, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. You know, they're going to be taken off very soon because, you know, everybody wants to launch. Even the two American firms, they're talking about launching these things 24. So, like I said, they're publicly trading. There's Joby, Lilium,
Yeah.
Ehang. They're all out there. Oh, it's not Joby. It's actually Joby.
Mm-hmm.
What an American company.
That's how you do it. Gary says, I eat wings on my porch to show the birds who's boss.
That's how you do it?
Gary, these seagulls in Atlantic City
You know what, Gary?
and Coney Island will swoop down and snatch one out your hand and say, what?
You know what, Gary? You gotta eat the turkey wing out there to show them who's
Yeah. There you go. Get a turkey wing and eat it and see if they swoop down and or fly away and say that's bigger than one of us.
He's eating that. He'll kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Use our bones for toothpicks.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah, we'll see what happens. Manna,
I feel bad for that guy with the fine.
Oh,
but
the guy,
he did it to himself.
Listen, here's a question for you guys in the poll. In Singapore, the gentleman has the option of paying the equivalent to $37,000 US dollars, or spending 100 days in a Singapore jail.
An American jail.
Not an American jail, a Singapore jail. What would you do? Open an umbrella while eating. These guys are still going. His Uncle Bill says Sandhill Cranes own us down in Florida. You got y'all running inside eating.
I'm just saying. What would you do?
What would you guys do? And you're in the country of Singapore. Keep in mind, it's not an American jail. They wanted to beat a kid with wood bamboo for spray painting. So imagine what they would do for you violating Singapore airspace, which this gentleman did, and he was fined $37,000, the equivalent to that, or 100 days in jail. Jim's Droning said pay. Well, you got to keep in mind, Jim's Droning, $37,000 is like them charging you $100,000 here in the States.
Well, no, it's $37,000.
Well, yeah. That's the equivalent. That is true.
50-something you mentioned before.
Yo,
but I'm just saying.
Al says sell my foot for $40,000.
I'm just saying, an American jail for $37,000. I can keep my $37,000 and do 100 days.
Yeah.
Let me get the 3X in that jumpsuit. Yeah, the 3X. Yeah. I wear my sneakers. Oh, we good. Let's go. 100 days. I see you guys in 3.5 months. And keep my 37. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Place It Here says I would pay too. Yeah.
It is a lot. But Singapore, if they was gonna cane dude they was gonna cane him up, flog him, and
for quadcopters.
Spray paint.
Yeah, just for doing graffiti.
Can I get a GoFundMe?
For real?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know what their jail is like, but if they was gonna cane him, I'm paying too.
It's only $3,700 a day. Uncle Bill's Toys. Yeah, you're right about that. You are right.
Right. So think about it. You got a choice, either or.
Yeah, but you only live 10 days in their jail. You know what?
Hey, you guys, man. If you guys are interested, make sure you check out some of those deals they had there with DJI and some of these drones.
Yes. The Air 2.
The FPV and the Mavic 3 fly.
Yes.
They're fly mores. They're combo packages. Check it out.
Well, it's that time, Herman.
Yeah, I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
This is true. This is true.
You get to hang out with guys like Gary over here in the chat.
I know. We need to organize that. No cage, but he's lots of mopping, cleaning. Jim's saying you should check out my bird. My bird eats everything. So I'm like, well, that must be a hell of a way to fucking a lot of shit to clean out of the cage. Do 100 days and keep my money. Harley says the same thing, but keep in mind, Harley,
but that's not an American
it's a Singapore jail.
Singapore
in
jail.
Singapore, you have no idea. Look, I'm gonna give you guys an idea of what possibly could happen. You might got water
dripping in your cell and all of that, and
not only that,
three other guys in there with you.
Watch the cable show Locked Up Abroad. They give you an example of what it is to be locked up in other countries, and watch that shit. Seriously. You may not want to do those 100 days. Like Jim said, you're only going to
do
10 of them.
Abroad. Locked up abroad. Not they didn't
abroad.
Lock up abroad.
No, I meant abroad.
Okay.
Yeah. Abroad. Not abroad. Don't lock up abroad. Don't we don't condone that here.
Yes.
Uncle Bill, I can't show that.
It's time to get out of here, man.
Yes, it is. It's been fun. Happy hump day to you guys. We appreciate you all. Be safe, fly safer.
Is that all you want to say?
Yeah, that's it. And to see you Sunday on my live stream. Don't forget to come through and show some support. We'll find out what we can find to talk about.
Yeah, well, it's been a good time hanging out with everyone here. See you guys, but without you guys, none of this will be happening. So
this is true.
We're here to hang out with you and have fun and share some of these stories with you. So I guess and I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those guys.
Guys.
Good night, everyone.
Let's just do